let's head on over to the board. It is time for this week's Team of the Week, going position by position, picking the best at every position for the week that was. Let's start at catcher. This week, my catcher, Will Smith. I saw him up close and personal there at Dodger Stadium this week. He was so good. 417 on the week, a homer, 6 RBIs, even added in a stolen base. Will Smith of the Dodgers has been, since he took over that starting spot for the Dodgers, there's an argument for him being the best catcher in the game of baseball. And this week, he was definitely the best catcher. Moving on to first base. At first, I have Pete Alonso. 375, 3 homers, 9 RBIs, up there in the lead, tied for the league lead in RBIs entering Sunday, he was. Pete Alonso had another good week. He's a big reason for the Mets' success this year, but not the only reason. And in years past, it seemed like if Pete wasn't hitting, the Mets weren't going to win. This year, it's different, but he was hitting this week. He is my first baseman. Moving on, let's go to second base. At second base, I have Jeff McNeil, another New York Met. 452 and a homer and 5 RBIs. An all-star this year. I played against Jeff McNeil a lot in the minor leagues. We actually became pretty good friends in the minor leagues. And this guy pays such close attention to his craft, and he's so meticulous in the way he goes about things. And he's just a lot of fun to watch play the game of baseball. He was then, and he is now that I'm watching him on the big screen. And it's good to see him be an all-star this year. He's shown in years past how good he can be, but then there were some injuries, and then there was a year where he struggled, and now he's back to being really good. This week, he was phenomenal, 452 on the week. Let's move on over to third base. My third baseman on the team of the week, Alec Bohm. Bohm hit 364, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. And it's not just this week. In the month of July, if it weren't for Austin Riley, and Austin Riley had an unbelievable, unprecedented month where he broke the all-time Braves record for extra base hits. If it weren't for Austin Riley, Alec Bohm would have been the best third baseman in the month. And it was actually pretty close with Austin Riley that month. But he continued to take it into August. Alec Bohm had a great first week. 2 homers, 4 RBIs, 364. He's my third baseman. Let's move on to shortstop. Francisco Lindor. First base, second base, shortstop. All New York Mets. Lindor hit 400 with 2 homers, 8 RBIs on the week. The Mets are rolling. They played so well against the Atlanta Braves. Lindor, it is so good to see him back to having a really good year. The Lindor of the past, we forgot about it because he wasn't very good last year. The Lindor with the Cleveland Indians, now the Guardians, was perhaps the best shortstop in the game of baseball. Now we're seeing him back in that form, and he's here on my team of the week. Let's move to the outfield. 3 outfielders, regardless of their specific position. We'll start first outfielder, Tyler Naquin, New York Mets. What a theme we got here this week. By far the most, this is the most this has ever happened on my team of the week, but the Mets are dominating this. Tyler Naquin was so good. 421, 2 homers, 4 RBIs in his first few games with the New York Mets. Just makes an immediate difference, and he is now here in his first week with the Mets. He is now on my team of the week for the first time. Next up, my next outfielder, team of the week, Mookie Betts. Mookie's been on this list a lot. 333, 2 homers, 7 RBIs, a stolen base, really good defense. We all know how good Mookie Betts is, and he just keeps proving it again and again and again. And the Dodgers just keep winning again and again and again. My last outfielder this week is Nick Castellanos of the Philadelphia Phillies. He had not been very good so far this year, but now he's turning it on. 429, 2 homers, 2 RBIs. A slower year for him, but we all know the hitter he can be. It's this guy. It's this Nick that we saw over the course of the past week. Friend of the pod, by the way. We talked a lot about hitting. That was a lot of fun. So that episode was a while ago, though. So if you want to go back and listen to it, you can. 429, and it got him, it might be for the first time on my team of the week this week. Let's move on. Designated hitter, Daniel Vogelbach, New York Mets. Vogel unit, 318, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. On Sunday, we saw him scoring first to home. He was rolling around the bases. Unbelievable. Like a freight train. It is unbelievable. This guy is so much fun to watch. I really like watching him hit. I really like watching him run the bases. And this week, he is my DH on my team of the week. Now for the pitchers, starting pitcher and closer. We'll start on the mound at my starting pitcher, Reed Detmers. 2 starts, 1-0 on the mound, 1.29 ERA, 19 strikeouts, and 14 innings pitched. You know if you're getting a win on the mound for the Angels, you're doing something really, really good because they're not winning a lot of games. They're not scoring many runs. He dominated 2 starts and a 1.29 ERA, 19 strikeouts, and 14 innings pitched. This is the Reed Detmers that I watched up close and personal in person at Angels Stadium in Anaheim when he threw a no-hitter. I was there earlier this year. That was the Reed Detmers I saw. He wasn't very good for a while after that, went down, got sent down, comes back up, and he has been really good since. So hopefully he went down and figured some things out because he is a really bright young star in the game of baseball. And to round out my team of the week, my closer on my team of the week, Liam Hendrix of the Chicago White Sox. 3 saves on the week, 5 innings pitched, 5 Ks, and not a single earned run given up. Only 1 hit. So I really like this. This is a good team of the week. The Mets dominated. They played really good baseball against a really good team in the Atlanta Braves. And now you look at my team of the week, and it feels like half of it is Mets. I honestly think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half of my team of the week is New York Mets, deservedly so. But let's finish with my player of the week. And my Flippin Bats player of the week is, drum roll please, Francisco Lindor of the New York Mets. I love this Mr. Smile. He's playing such good baseball. 2 homers on the week, 400 average, an OPS of 1.139, knocked in 8 runs, 8 RBIs on the week. Look, this is just so nice to see. You know he went to New York last year, didn't have a good year, and struggled with that. He got paid tons of money to come in and be the guy of the future at shortstop for the Mets. And he struggled. And I'm sure mentally that was tough on him. And now he's having a much better year. He's having a great year on a winning team. He's putting up good numbers. But apart from just winning, I'm sure the best thing in his mind that he has accomplished this year is that he is now the player of the week for Flippin Bats. And I love that it is Lindor. What a good week for him. What a good week for the New York Mets. They are a force to be reckoned with. When you look at the National League, yes, the Dodgers are there, but the Mets match up well with everybody they are going to play. They are going to be a force come October, and Francisco Lindor, my player of the week, is going to be a big, big part of it. Thanks for watching. If you love Flippin Bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.